The players out there tonight were in absolute shambles, by the way. That first half, I couldn't be any more damning than what I saw. Now, I'm never going to say they're not fit to wear the shirt. They should never put the shirt on again. It's too emotional. Some of those, they're good players, some of those lads. We've seen good performances from them.
But there's something rotten in the steak of
There's
Denmark, as the
there
expression
is.
goes.
There's something rotten. And look, at the end of the day, this has been 10 years now of poor decision-making, of repeated failure, of lack of investment into the stadium, into the sort of, they've been investing in the football team, I'll give them that, but not with their own money in any way, shape or form. But my point is, look, the players out on that pitch tonight have let themselves down. They've let the fans down. Those fans at the end, there were about 3,000 United fans. There must have been about 500 left at the end. And well done to those 500 that, to be fair, stayed. And well done to those 2,500 that came and paid the money. Because I tell you what they've watched tonight is a low. Jamie's just said before, even the worst Liverpool team that we played against, I think it was probably around 95, 96, was it? 94, 95, 96? No, 95, 96, I'd say, 97, around that time, when maybe you were just breaking in. I tell you what, we never got a game as easy as that. In a million years.
Jamie, does that take some of the satisfaction? You've beaten Man United 9-0 over the course of the season, but it's this Man United. We'd be doing laps of honour until the next season starts normally, but when we say the context of this kind of game,
this Man United, yes, they're awful, they're poor, we get all that. This is one of the most expensively assembled squads in the history of the game, right up there with sort of Manchester City as well. And I totally agree with everything Gary said. When a football club is not right at the top, and I know that through the Hicks and Gillette era, we went flying at the time, sort of the years after they came in, really, doing okay, and then it just sort of fell away. And it's never going to be 100% right. But my point is, if you were playing now for that Manchester United team, or you, Nicky Butt, Phil, I'm not even talking about sort of Giggs or Scholes, lads who've got that sort of back, you wouldn't allow that to happen. I wouldn't allow that to happen.
Which is why you end up cheering Hannibal at the end, who could have got himself sent off.
You find yourself being slightly unprofessional because he's come on and, to be fair, he started to top a couple of them. But the reality of it is, I had to say it, because the instinct in you, the sort of, if you like, the 1980s, 90s, growing up through those periods which me and him did and you did, if you're having the on a football pitch, and if Thiago's going round there rolling his foot on the ball, pipping it round the corner and laughing at you on the bench, you come on and basically you have to throw a few challenges out. That was Whiteside. That was Norman Whiteside. That's what Norman Whiteside used to do, and Brian Robson, when they came here and they knew they were playing against better players and a better team, they'd come and give it some. And I watched a team through the 80s who didn't win the league. So this is not coming from a point of, I'm not coming from utopia, by the way, in my childhood. I came through a poor childhood because this club were winning everything. But I tell you what, those players out on the pitch, whether it was Joe Jordan or Martin Buchan or Mike Duxbury, they never did that. They never, ever did that. And that kid came on at the end and he showed something. And it reminded me of Nobby Stiles and of Eric Harrison and the basic principles of being a football player. Compete. Win your duels. Fight for every ball. And there's only one kid came on and demonstrated that he had the heart and the soul to play for Manchester United Football Club tonight. Him. And the players for Liverpool didn't like it. They didn't like it. But Thiago's gone round. By the way, Thiago tonight, he's been unbelievable, by the way. But he's gone round smashing everybody as well. He's gone round, honestly, slid into tackles. He's gone through people like you wouldn't believe. That's what the great players do. Robertson sprinted to every single ball at 4-0 and 3-0. Unbelievable. I actually thought Trent Alexander-Arnold defended really well tonight, as good as I've seen him. And
Jadon Sancho gave him a few problems.
Yeah, and just he was alert in his defending. He was side on and he was low and he was sharp.
He's got a lot more powerful. You see in his upper body. His upper body, he can use his power, his strength now in his one-on-one defend. That was always a problem for him, but
he was good, wasn't he?
Yeah, he done really well.